Hello everyone, this is the video lecture for Pre-Calculus, section 4.4, Properties of Logs, or log properties, either way. I want to show you the three basic formulas that we'll be using for most of the section, but honestly this section is very short in my notes. A lot of repeats, a lot of copy-paste, and definitely this is review, so, but let's go through it. So we got the product rule, which is kind of long here. Log base b of m times n is equal to log base b of m plus log base b of n. We've got the quotient rule, which would be log base b of m over n, equal to log base b of m minus log base b of n. Notice that whenever we have a division, we have a minus. A multiply results in a plus sign. So we also have power rule, which is log base b of m to the p power. Well, that p can come to the front, p times log base b of m. Okay, there we go. That's all three that we're going to be using again and again and again. So I feel like the section kind of assumes that you know this stuff a little bit because they toss a little bit of this and then a little bit of that. It just has no real like build up or introduction. I feel like they're all over the place. Not in a bad way, just the fact that, you know, just we're going to have to already know it in order to do it kind of stuff. So 44001. Here we go. I got log base 4 of 16 times 64 is equal to log base 4 of 16 plus box. This is what WebAssign looks like. What do we put in the box? Well, it's definitely log base 4. Everything's log base 4. Notice we already got the 16. There's the multiply and plus sign. Therefore, that's going to be a 64. So they're just using the product rule there. 002. Got log base 4 of 16 over 64. Again, it's kind of weird that they don't, like, you know, simplify that beforehand, but I'm kind of happy they don't. That way it's easier to see. This time they put a minus sign in the big old box. Same as last time. You can see that we got the 16 in the bottom. I'm sorry, the 64 in the bottom, so 4, log base 4 of 64. 44003. You could probably guess these are the first three questions in the homework. I don't know if they are, but these are important. This one's kind of funny because it has a 6 times and then a box. So the 6 comes down in the front. Obviously, there's my 6. What's left over? Base 4 of 16. Okay, awesome. Okay, so we used a little bit of everything. Now let's actually use multiples together. I've got log base 2 of 60. Trying to rewrite that 60 a little bit better. 60 minus the log base 2 of 16 minus the log base 2 of 30. And they want to figure out what this is equal to. So that's like a lot going on. Can I put this in the calculator? Yes, if you do have the log base stuff, you can. In the previous section, I showed you a formula, and I'll show you it again here in this section about how to do that if you have an older calculator, let's say. But I'm not really concerned about that. I want to use these log properties in order to solve it, the proper way to do this, this problem. Notice that we got, this is a plus sign, minus sign, minus sign. Anything with a plus in the front actually goes in a numerator. Anything with a minus sign goes in the denominator. And so when I rewrite this thing as one big log base 2, numerator, denominator, and also denominator. You can use parentheses if it doesn't feel right to put a time sign down there. Now, that's kind of weird. I'm basically combining these two properties together. I'm saying anything that had a plus sign was in the numerator, anything in the denominator had a minus sign. See? Numerator, denominator. That's basically what I'm doing. Okay? Cool. Scroll back down, I guess. we need to figure out this thing. Well, of course we need to find out what the number is on the inside. It's log base 2 of what? When I did the calculator, I got a 1/8. And it still equals something. So how do I go from here? I'm going to do my friends again. And so I got a base of 2, top of the tower, off the island. So 2 and 1/8 were good friends, no longer. See you later. Box was all by himself. Now he's got a friend with the 2. 2 to the something is equal to 1/8. And so I'm going to rewrite this 1/8 as 8 to the negative 1 power. I know the 8 is 2 cubed. And then you can merge those two powers together. Powers of powers multiply. Do you see the connection now? So it's 2 to the box equals 2 to negative 3. So, of course, what's my answer for all this? Here's my final answer. Negative 3. There we go. Okay. Let me pause for a second here. Okay. Now we're back. So let's keep going. 4.4.034. I've got ln of r over 6s. It's not a 5. That's an s. I know this is really hard because my 5s look like s's. They want to expand it, and so they just say equals what? So simplify, expand, whatever you're going to do that. So ln of r, and then minus ln of the 6s. Notice that we use the minus sign because we have that quotient rule stuff. Well, notice that these are multiplied here, right? So what I'm going to do is split that up as well. And so then in parentheses, ln of 6 plus ln of s. I'm using the times sign here, so I get a plus sign, right? But notice I'm keeping it all in parentheses because that minus sign is for that whole entire thing. I'm just replacing the ln with something bigger. Well, that minus sign would distribute, obviously. So why did I put a 5 here? I don't know what I was doing. That's an r. ln of r. Sorry about that. That's an r. ln of r minus ln of 6. And then minus ln of s. Okay. There we go. 44050. So I've got 1/2 log base 2 of 5 minus 2 log base 2 of 3, and they say rewrite it. Now, I'm sure it just equals a number, but that's not the point. They're wanting to rewrite it. Well, powers can come first. I can go ahead and toss those up. Notice that we're going backwards and forwards, all these kind of different ways on these problems. Okay, so I toss the powers up. And then I say, oh, well, look, we got a log minus another log. That's the quotient rule. And so I can say numerator, denominator. And I believe this works. I'm gonna say yes. I mean, maybe you can simplify it a tiny bit, but WebAssign doesn't really necessarily need a lot of simplifying. So there we go. I'm going to keep moving. 4.4.052. So I got 5 ln of 2 plus 2 ln of x minus 1/2 ln of x plus 7. So some things, I can move the 5 up, the 2 up, the 1/2 up. Notice that these are positive. So regardless, here in just a second, this guy is going to be numerator, plus sign in the front. This guy is going to be in the numerator, plus sign in the front. And this guy is going to be in the denominator because he's got a minus sign in the front. Numerator, numerator, denominator. Put it all together. One big ln. So this is 2 to the 5th, whatever that is. I think it's 32. X squared divided by x plus 7 to the 1/2. That's it. You're done. Yeah, that's all they're wanting. Okay, that's pretty easy. 4.4.060. Hey, before I keep going, I want to just mention one small thing because I think this is my last ln that I have right here. This is ln, log natural base log. I find that fonts like Times New Roman, Arial, whatever we use, often do this, and then blah, 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 blah. Well, people get confused with that as a capital I-N, blah, 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 which is not. It's an L-N, blah, 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 okay? So I don't, fonts are always a little weird, but it so often looks like I-N. People put I-N, they type an I and then an N, and it doesn't work, and they're like, why is it not working? I've had this problem every semester, so I just want to make sure to remind you these little things like that, okay? I know it's kind of far in the game at this point, but hey, might as well give you that at least. So we got, for this next one, number 60, log base 7 of 4. And they're wanting that change of base formula. And I actually showed this one to you in a previous section. Change of base, basis, whatever, it doesn't matter. What you're doing is log of the 4 divided by log of the 7. Remember how I put this one up top and that one on the bottom? Don't cancel your logs. Just type it exactly as you see it. And you get here 712414. That was it. This is the last question I have for you in this section. This is a very small section as far as I'm concerned. Maybe there was just a lot of repeats. But I got log of S is equal to log of C plus K. Now my K's I almost always use a capital, but I'm going to try to use the lowercase here. Little lowercase k log of capital A. Okay, whew. So this has something to do with the island species. Island species. Well, I can't really spell it. It's whatever. You heard me say it. So when you're going through the homework and you see something about island species of something or other, I don't know, and they got this is what you do. What they're looking for is S is equal to what? So how does this work? Well, I need to get this S by itself. Can I divide by log? No. Can I unlog it? No-ish. Can I cancel my logs? No. So we got to do some math before we can do anything. So first off, powers come first. So I've got log of S is equal to log of C plus log of A to the K power. I'm going to use a capital K. It's a little easier for me. We're really close. So I'm going to say these two logs actually add together or multiply together. The insides multiply together. So I got a C times A to the K. And now log of something equals log of something. Yes, you can finally cancel those logs. Okay. And that's actually your answer. This is what you're going to type in there. And apparently I have it all boxed in. I can't remember if it's S equals and you type it, or you have to type the S equals as well. Make sure to use a lowercase k, because I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to want. So this is my part A answer. Cool. Part B is now saying, well, k is equal to 3, and my area is doubled for this whole species thing. So then that basically means area, like A equals 2, essentially. So then my S is equal to C times 2 and then cubed, if you follow that same formula right there. And so you'll get an 8. It says, what's the magnitude difference whenever k equals 3 and the area is doubled? Your magnitude difference would be 8. Okay. Notice that your C is still the same here and there. That's fine. I'm not looking for the C. I'm looking for the number beside it, because that's the part that's changing. That's why it's magnitude difference kind of stuff, okay? And actually, that's all I have for this section. So thank you very much. Have a great day.